Hello everyone, welcome back to the Cryptic crossword. Buoyed on by yesterday's success, I thought I'd see if I could make a win streak of it, unlikely as it seems, with like 2 wins over, I don't know. How many Cryptic crossword videos have I done? A couple dozen? 30 plus or minus 10, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, we'll give it a try though. Huge reduction in fossil fuel. Okay, so maybe huge is the definition. Titanic is too short. I'm just thinking that because reduction in fossil fuel could... Oh, maybe it could be a kind of fuel with a huge reduction in fossil as the wordplay. What's a huge reduction is a nosedive, right? Is that somehow... Then you, I don't know, then you just have in fossil fuel, which makes no sense. Okay, well, Elsie, for one, eats everything green. Elsie was like, that famous fictional cow in the milk commercials. Eats everything green. I don't know. Spanish Rich and Chester make a comeback. Well, Rich would be Rico, right? Muy rico, yeah. Or Ricardo, if we were talking about the name Richard. This looks kind of like recover, right? Like recovery would fit here, and is a comeback is a recovery, kind of, right? But then how is this Spanish Rich and Chester? I don't know, it just, like, it can't be right. 1 in 3,000. First class liberal man, for example. Well, 1 in 3,000 could be something like M-I-M-M or M-M-I-M somehow, if it were like not at the beginning of the word. Right, because 1 is the letter 1, the letter I, and 1,000 is M, and if there were 3 of them, it would be 3,000. But I'm not aware of any words that look like this. Fair describes the French football team. How many players on a football team? I mean, there's American football, and there's also yeah, it might actually be 11, right? Is that how many players are in American football on each side? 4-4-3, I think, is the formation. And L should be what? Well, I don't know. Is that the French? Le, I guess, is the in French. And even is fair. So fair, even, describes, i.e. circumscribes, le, which is the French. Okay, and the football team has 11 players on it. Got one. Kinky Dog was ahead. I thought that I would be anagramming dog was when I saw this clue, but there's definitely an E down here. Not sure. Miss the old returning servant. A butler is a servant. Does that somehow make sense for like something backwards? Miss the old? Rel tub? Not really. But I do kind of like butler as a servant that fits here. There's actually probably a lot of servants that end blank ER. Butler is just particularly noteworthy. Reportedly helps people who are easily duped. Suckers? Yeah. Suckers are people who are easily duped. And if you heard someone say suckers, reportedly, if you like, right? Reportedly, the suckers, right? You might have thought they were saying SUCCOURS, which means helps. And is pronounced suckers. Hear an animal again. Over anew. I'm thinking we're meant to mishear a word for an animal, and it should mean. Oh, it is anew. I see. So anew means again, and if we were to hear an animal, I'm not sure if we're meant to mishear a gnu, like the wildebeest relative or whatever, or if we're meant to hear an ewe. Probably an ewe, right? I don't know. Anew, an ewe. Either way, it seems to mean anew. Huge reduction in fossil fuel. Coal? Coal is a fossil fuel. So what if I did this? Colossal. Colossal means huge. Or wait. But what about a reduction? Ah, yes, of course. In fossil fuel, we have a reduction in it, which is a loss. Okay. Kinky dog was ahead. Probably ends with D, right? Was ahead. Don't know. But we're making good progress here. I mean, I still don't know what's going on here. Doesn't seem to be recovery, so that's good. At least I know that much. Make a comeback. Could end with R. What is Chester? I don't know. It's weird. We're not going to get any more help up here. But okay, maybe I'll have inspiration after I've solved more of the puzzle. Polly's South American cousin holding family coat. I can't think of the Spanish word for cousin. I don't think it's relevant here. But like South American cousin sort of suggests they might be looking for that, right? I know like aunts and uncles are tias and tios. What are cousins? Abuela is grandmother. Hijo is son. Hermano is brother. I don't remember cousin. Huh. Does the rest of the in a backwards... Oh, whoops. I meant to look at this one for a moment. Holding. So holding probably means going around family. And then I guess coat is probably the definition. Well, how can Polly's South American cousin? Is this some famous Polly that I don't know about? And the family coat, I guess, would be a crest, right? Right, but coat is the definition. Family is part of the wordplay, I think. Huh. Kills two fools in a backward place. Dunno. Painter acquires section of New York. Wow, what a very wealthy painter. I mean, I don't know. I guess a section of New York could just be a couple square feet as well. I could buy a couple square feet in New York, I'm sure. You know, it'll be more expensive than I thought, and you can't do much with a couple square feet. Can't even fit a bed. Painter. Maybe a section of New York? No. Painter acquires a section. We could put section inside of painter. But then, like, how is of New York the definition? So I think painter should be the definition, and then acquires a section of New York could somehow, like, be, you know, gets Brooklyn or something, right? Obviously that's not the answer. Buys a borough? I don't know. Part of Australia settled upon return with great enthusiasm. Don't know. I mean, this very much looks like the wordplay. Because, like, part of Australia, I don't know. Maybe not. With great enthusiasm could be part of the wordplay as well. Raw cod, nuts, chicken. That's a recipe and a half. Scared? Yellow? What else can mean chicken? Poultry is too long. I don't know. 3-part singing voice. Singing voice. 3-part. Try. Triple. I don't know. Scornful father back in a seedy bar. I hope I get some good words in the downs, because this is feeling pretty depressing. But the last one did too, until I eventually got there. Judge taking possession of Italian bird. So I imagine it's some word meaning judge going around a word that means Italian, and the whole thing together means bird. Oh, well, no, I guess of Italian. I don't know. What's a word that means judge? Dr. No, e.g., said, identify the disease. Diagnose means identify the disease. What does that have to do with all this other stuff? Yes, doctor, i.e. rearrange the letters of, no, e.g. said, to get diagnose. All right, let's start on these downs where I have some crosses. Still one fabulous beast. Fabulous beast. Don't know. Good cruise activity on the rise. Good cruise activity. On the rise. So activity on the rise could mean spell like something meaning activity backwards. Or something meaning cruise activity backwards, and then it would mean good. I don't see how to do that though. Endlessly checking out old building in Las Vegas? Casino? Yes. So a building in Las Vegas is a casino. Or an old building in Las Vegas, I think? Yeah. No. So checking out is casing, as in casing the joint. Endlessly, that would be just cassin. And then I guess O means old somewhere? Not sure what context that applies in, but apparently some. Stick poster on this spot. Could be here. Here is this spot. Adhere. Adhere means stick in a way, right? Oh, a poster is an ad. On this spot is here, and to stick something is to adhere it. Raw cod. Nuts. Chicken. Oh! Am I meant to rearrange the letters in raw cod? Make them nuts? I think I should. And then I have this. A coward is a chicken. Scornful father. Back. A seedy bar is a dive. I am a little bit worried about this in a seedy bar, though. Like, should I be putting the D over here? So, like, back in a seedy bar. Derisive. Why is that right? Yes, there we go. So seedy bar is a dive. And in that, we have father written backwards. Sire means father. And the word is derisive, meaning scornful. I mean, this really looks like ing, right? Growing? Oh, of course. He said, as if any cryptic clue were ever, of course. This one is more straightforward than it looked, honestly. Cruise activity is rowing. I even was thinking that, but I couldn't see it. It's 7 letters. How are you supposed to fix that? Something on the rise is growing, and good can just be G. Still 1. Yeti. Something that's still happening is yet happening. 1 is the letter I, and a fabulous beast is a Yeti. Okay, this is looking like burrow, actually, right? B-O-R... Like this? And there must be some painter. If you acquired a burrow, you could buys a burrow, gets a burrow, scars burrow. I don't think that's a painter. But also it doesn't make much sense for acquires. Okay, anyway, we got a whole corner done, so that gives us a couple letters to work with in the rest, I guess. Anyway, we have more downs to look at. These we still don't know. Mr. Dershowitz has question for Senator Murkowski or Senator Sullivan. I don't know these guys' names. I'm supposed to know what their first name is? Asks Ted or something? I don't know. Cover, in a way, anti-male novel. I imagine we anagram anti-male, write it novelly, to mean cover in a way. Cover? Ten nam animal. I mean, we actually do have those letters, huh? We just have to use an E and a T somewhere. Malinate. 8 is a good ending, I guess. Or 8. We used 8, we would have N-I-M-A-L. Malinate? Laminate is to cover something. Frontier stew, cryptically. Well, frontier is 8 letters, and we could make a stew out of it, I guess, to get something that means cryptically. Maybe? Into uses those letters, and then we have frar, rurf, fair, I don't know. How many times did I say malinate before I came up with laminate, by the way? Makes assertions in essays sometimes. Well, it's like, it has to be like so or to be a 2-letter word, right? I guess it could be do, but it's hard to imagine. Says so? It's kind of making an assertion, right? Makes assertions, says so. In essays, Sometimes. I mean, notice we have mostly like letters for essays here, right? It's just this E instead of an O. I mean, maybe this isn't borough. Just this G made me think it was. This could be ENG, for example, or ERGE. In essays sometimes. I don't quite understand why this is an anagram for essays, though. Maybe, yeah, sometimes, maybe just sometimes is an anagram indicator, which seems like a bit of a stretch to me. I don't know. A Spanish gentleman is a handsome fellow. Well, they might want señor for a Spanish gentleman. Or a in Spanish, like, you know, I'll have a beer. You could have una cerveza or uno cerveza. Not uno agua. Un agua, not uno, right? Uno is one. Un is un agua. Una cerveza. So, okay. A Spanish gentleman. I don't know. A Florida athlete embraces one-time troublemaker. I mean, they have the Gators there, right? And the Marlins? I think it's the Marlins. And the Dolphins? None of those are 8 letters. Ah, but if we put the letter A in front of dolphin, it would be. A Florida athlete, right? But then what does that have to do with... with embrace one-time troublemaker? Scamp? Imp? So let's just like check a dolphin makes no sense, right? Yeah. Now if we said marlin, how could this embrace something to mean a one-time troublemaker? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the Marlins aren't even Florida, but I think they are. I'll look that up just for my own edification here. Marlin sports team. Miami Marlins. Told you. They're the baseball team. I even knew they were the baseball team. Dolphins are football. And Gators are like college football, I think. I don't know. Wasted young lady confined. Am I meant to rearrange young lady and make her wasted somehow and mean confined? Obviously, young lady is too many letters, but a synonym for it could be 8 letters. I don't know. Small automobile permit is red. Small automobile could be a bug, maybe. Or a beetle. Ooh. And red. A beet is red? Beet, but then the rest of it doesn't work. Elsie was kind of a mascot? Eats everything green. So we could, if it were eats as in a verb, we could put an S at the end here. Probably an E then, right? But eats everything green could just be, you know, describing vegetarians. Or herbivores or whatever. Cattle? No. Spanish Rich and Chester. One in 3,000. Well, there's an M there now. Mim. I don't know. Very weird. Polly's South American cousin holding family coat. Just no dang idea. Kills two fools. Assassinates? Yes, fools are asses, and if you wrote this together, you would get two fools in a, and then to place something is to set it, and if you write that backwards, you would get Tess. The whole thing together makes assassinates. I was actually playing Coup with a couple of friends from work the other day, so I had assassin on the mind. I don't know if I would have thought of it otherwise. A Spanish. Okay, well, a Spanish gentleman. So it looks like A is probably part of the wordplay, which means so is Spanish gentleman. I mean, Spanish gentleman also could be usted in some weird ways, but then I don't think Osted is a handsome fellow. Weird. Painter acquires. Oh, by the way, this S turned out to be right, so say... Oh, but then this E makes no sense. Does it? I don't know. I'm still really confused about this letter. I still like says so, but I don't understand why the wordplay works. And then this would be a burrow. Oh, what's the name of that? It doesn't matter because I'm looking for a painter. But I was thinking of Attenborough. David Attenborough, right? Maybe there's a... Is it an I or an E? I think it's an E. Maybe there's a painter with the same name. But that makes no sense for acquires section of New York. Oh, I guess... no. I don't know. Still have nothing in here. Eagerly is too short. Part of Australia settled. Obviously, like the coast. Or it could just be, you know, the name of a city, like Adelaide. Happens to be 8 letters, by the way. I just remembered years and years ago, I was playing bridge at. I was playing in the Nationals somewhere. Where was it? It doesn't really matter. It wasn't DC. I don't know. I've been to so many. Which is not intended to be a brag, right? Anybody can attend Nationals if they want. You don't have to be great. But anyway, I played against this Australian pair. And I remember they said they just like scored things a little bit differently than I did. Like, I don't know. They said not instead of nil, and it took instead of 0, and it took me a while to understand what they were saying. Not what? Anyway, I don't think they were from Adelaide, but who knows? Maybe they were. 3-part. Well, a trequel. A trilogy is a 3-part. It's too long. Three-part singing. It's not a harmony. It's not an octave. Could it be a chorus? Not really. Kinky dog. It's not a corgi. Not a corgi. Was ahead. Or just ahead. Miss the old. I mean, now we have this servant. We have an L in servant, which we didn't really have before, right? A linter? You could hire someone just to lint things for you. I still have no idea who. Asks Dan. Frontier. Okay, well, we're not meant to stew up the word frontier. That's good to know. It's not like in code. Cryptically. Something hush? Hush hush? Frontier stew. They have like hush puppies, but that's not a stew. Doesn't fit. Bean mush? I don't know, is that a stew? Does that exist? And does it mean cryptically? Like, not really. Spanish gentleman. Anne could be A, could be Anne, and then Spanish gentleman could be O something. Is a handsome fellow. Wasted young lady can find. Suppose I thought this started with N with my Attenborough idea. Still no real idea. Yeah, there you go. That's it. I guess we're going to have to start asking for help. So first of all, what do I have that's wrong? Nothing. It was all right. So what the hell is this? Miss the old returning servant. So returning servant, we can write it backwards. I get it. C-A-L-C-O-L can be an end of servant somehow. Or it could just be servant, and then we could miss the old returning. I'm just like baffled. What's this one? Cal? Lack? To lack? A lackey is a servant. And apparently... Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. So to miss something is to lack it. And an old way of saying the, well, is sort of ye. They didn't actually say ye. They wrote down a letter that looks kind of like Y, but was pronounced like z. And then if that were returning, it would be e. Okay. Rico... Ricochet. Oh, I had a Rico and I had this C and this E, but I didn't put it back in. Chester is Chet. Ugh, if I had the C, maybe I wouldn't have needed to ask for help yet. Kinky dog was ahead. Carded. Carted, curled, cormed, carled, kinky. Something kinky could be curled. Ah, yes, I see. And a dog, which is a cur, was ahead, i.e. it led. So I think I actually could have gotten all of this without any help. I don't know. Even once I got the C, I didn't come up with Lackey until I had the A, so maybe not. But I should have gotten Ricochet without help and curled. Oh, whoops, don't rebus. Reveal square. Ah, not that one. I wanted this one. I mean, I was probably going to need this. I'm going to need like every one of these letters, but... Family, kin, parka, oops, Paulina? No. Family. Holding family. Kin. Polly's South American cousin. So it's not park. So I got the idea of kin there, but I don't have this family. But Markinat. Tankina. Okay, Ken, I guess, is what. It must be Ken. Must be their name. Has question. Just don't know. Oh. One. Okay, that. Oh! One doesn't have to be the letter I. It could be the letter A. So I think this is a mammal? Man is an example of a mammal. We have 1 in 3000 MAMM. So the first class is A and liberal is L. All of this makes up an example of a mammal. Hearken? Hear ken? Awaken? Alaskan? Oh. Maybe they're... Maybe these people are the senators from Alaska. Or at any rate were when this puzzle took place. Ask Anne? Al ask Anne? This guy's name is Al? It is Alaskan. I don't understand. I don't know these people's names well enough to understand the wordplay. Elsie, for one. Some kind of law? Low? Hallow? Eats everything green. Or just everything green, or just green. Tallow. Tallow's not usually green. I don't see what it has to do with Elsie or eating. Okay, give me another letter, I guess. I thought it might be an O. I still don't know what to put here. Callow? Oh. Elsie, for one, is indeed a cow. She eats everything. All. And the whole thing means green. Callow, as in a callow youth, is someone inexperienced. They're green. It's tough. Frontier stew. Cryptically. Wall. Wilt. What? Wash? Wish? Walawisi? Wild West. Frontier is the Wild West. What does stew cryptically have to do with any of this? Is this... Okay, this is stew. Is the frontier a wild? Kind of, but then where's the definition part? Is... I don't know. I'm lost here. Kino? I don't. This is some name of someone I don't know at all. And I don't know this kind of coat either. ACAW is a coat? An M? Is it an M? Macaw is a coat? Alright. Or wait, no, maybe Polly's South American cousin. No. Oh, Polly's. Oh, God. Polly is a name you would usually give to a parrot. A South American cousin of a parrot would be a macaw. And the macaw is holding family, i.e., kin. And apparently there's a coat named a Mackinaw, like a Macintosh, which I know about, but apparently a Mackinaw is a thing. Greenboro? Getaborough? Getsaborough? I'm gonna just write that in. Is that right? No, okay. Gainsborough. That's a painter. And to gain something is to acquire it, I see. Small automobile. A smart car. Permit. Agitator. So a Florida athlete is a gator. And it embraces one time? I for one and T for time, maybe? And then a troublemaker is an agitator? This could be the coast, or it could be T for a city name or something. Three-part. A trio is in 3 parts. Judge taking possession of Italian. Italian is probably just IT. So we want a word for judge that's 4 letters long, and if you slot IT in the middle somewhere, you get a bird. Huh. Well, let's have another letter. What? I was not expecting an S there. With great enthusiasm. No idea still. Nothing down on here either, I don't think. What the hell is this? Adonis? Adonis is a handsome fellow. Does the wordplay work? A Spanish gentleman could be a don, I guess. And then just is. There you go. Is red. Oh, don't bounce me around like that. Shallot? That's a 7-letter word that fits here, but I don't see what it has to do with anything. Well, S probably means small. Oh, I see. Yes, S means small. An automobile is a car. To permit something is to let it, and that's scarlet, which is red. I don't like that is, though. Right? Like, there's so many of these clues where they could just so easily not add an irrelevant word. This could be red small automobile permit. Like, yes, you can only park small red cars here. 3-part singing voice. Don't know. Treble. Something that comes treble. It's sort of old-fashioned. We would say triple most of the time these days, but treble means the same thing. Treble damages is something you could look up, for example. And it's a singing voice. Well, now we can put the I there, I guess. Romito. Miss. A miss is a young lady. Confined. She could be held, but wasted. I think miss is right. Let's just check. Yeah. Miss. I don't know, I guess I still need one more letter here. What the hell is this? Rotita? Is that a bird? Oh, to judge something is to rate, I guess. A ratite is a bird? Apparently. Miss... wasted. Misspent. Your wasted, misspent youth. And someone confined is pent up. Tasmania. Why did I was thinking Tunisia. And like, that doesn't fit. But also, yeah, Tasmania is part of Australia. Now, how does this wordplay work? Upon return, with great enthusiasm. Okay. So mania is great enthusiasm. Settled upon could be sat. And then returned, that would be Taz? Maybe? It might be what they were looking for. Alright, tough puzzle, definitely. I had a rough go of it. I always scroll to the top. I don't know why. It's just in my hands somewhere to go up there. Doesn't really make any sense. We're done for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.